Hi, everyone. I am coming to you with a Yule winter solstice reading, okay? I decided to just kind of do it last minute, so here I am. Now, what I want to talk about, just to give you an idea, because this is a collective message, this is for everyone, okay? What is Yule? So Yule is actually celebration of the winter solstice. And what is that exactly? And I'm just giving you the Coles Notes version here, okay? It is the shortest day of the year, or we can call it the longest night of the year. It's the darkest day of the year, okay? And the reason that it is celebrated this solstice is to mark the end of the darkness, because every day after the solstice on the 21st gets lighter and lighter, a bit lighter, lighter, until we reach summer solstice, which is the lightest day of the year, right? The most light. So that's what we want to do. It's kind of like, think of it like a celebration of the return of the light, okay? So in celebration of that, I wanted to do a reading. And I got this spread from another lady, so it is not my own, but I saw it, I loved it, and I thought, wow, I'm going to use this. So I actually pulled out my Yule deck, okay, Seasons of the Witch, and it is the Yule Oracle, which are these cards. I've told you before, beautiful. The poetry on the cards for the description is beautiful. I just don't always get it. So I actually, for this particular deck, pretty much always read from the book, okay? But what I did was I went in and I just found, when I was asking, what do we need from this section? Because it's usually a page or so. That's how I did it. I'm also going to bring tarot out to confirm each one, to clarify, advice, guidance, whatever it is regarding the topic. So let's get right into this. I'm just going to set these cards over here, okay? And the first question that I asked was gifts of the season. Okay, maybe what is the gift or gifts of the season? And the gratitude card came out. Let me grab my glasses. It's number 18, and it says, all that I am and all that I'll be forever in gratitude, I'll eternally be. And that's completely understandable. Even I get that, okay? But what I want to do here is I want to actually read gratitude from the book, what I kind of picked out. And it says, it can be challenging to find gratitude in times of distress and chaos, but those are the best times to lean in to what you have to be thankful for. Gratitude is like an anchor holding you steady when the world around you spins out of control. Most of us are thankful for the big things like a new car, money, or finding someone you love. But what about the small things like the perfect cup of coffee in the morning or hearing your favorite song on the radio? You can even be grateful for things that haven't happened to you. So this is just a reminder to have gratitude, to be thankful for your situations, no matter the circumstances. And the other thing that I saw that was interesting, it was the last sentence, okay, was gratitude may also help you to see your situation from a new point of view. So what gift did Spirit, God, Source, Universe, or whomever bring to us here, our ancestors, whoever it is? They're bringing us the gift of remembering what gratitude is and why it's important. One, you might see things from a different perspective. Two, it just may bring a little joy and normalcy and stability into what could be chaos or conflict or whatever it is in your life that's kind of has you out of whack or feeling unbalanced. So let's get some cards, some tarot cards to go with this for a little bit more, maybe a little clarification, a little more advice or guidance. But they want to give you the gift of gratitude. They want you to have the gift of gratitude. We have the 9 of gifts or the 9 of pentacles. Love it. Okay, I'm just going to get all the cards out and then we'll talk about them. Oh, I think that one off the top. It was kind of loose there up on the top. The 10 of, oh, well, this is nice. Love that, right? Being, you know what? I totally see where they're going with this. Okay. Let's get one last one. And the Fool. Okay, you guys, look. What I'm loving about this is they're saying basically right here about this gratitude card, right? It's being thankful for what you have. Like it said, maybe that cup of coffee in the morning, just the simple pleasures or joys in life that we seem to forget about when everything else seems so wrong or so chaotic, right? They're saying, look at all these presents that you have, the 9 of Pentacles, which is having what you need, or you have worked for and received in what it is that you need. You have been successful, okay? 10 of Pentacles is the next step, which is you have everything, literally everything you need, everything you've ever wanted. Everything's going good for you. You know, what else when you have the 9 and 10 of Pentacles, what else could you want for? That's what they're saying. It's almost like you have everything you need. Now you just need to appreciate it, okay? And that is their gift to you, talking about this right now. But they want you to have the gift of gratitude so that you can see this. That's really what it is. This reading is to help you see. It's almost no matter how bad things are, we say this all the time, they can be worse. So let's all, and I'm guilty of this myself, of being thankful for what it is we have. This is the beginning, right? The days are getting longer. The sun's starting to stay up longer, right? It's a new beginning. Think of Yule here, the winter solstice, as the new beginning for you to start really appreciating what it is that you have, what it is that you can use, everything that you have in your life. And then it will help to keep you happy, strong, stable, balanced, however you want to say it, when things do get a little bleak and hard. You always have to look on the brighter side of life. That song came popping into my head. I don't know the words really. Something about look on the bright side of life, something like that. All right. So that is the gift. That is what they want us to remember as we move into the celebration of the return of the light and the warmth. Okay. So let's leave that there. Next one out was the card I pulled. What I asked for was lessons and blessings to hold. Okay. And reindeer medicine came out, which I love also. So here with reindeer medicine, let me just grab the book and read from there. Okay. Reindeer medicine asks you, what responsibilities are you willing to endure in the pursuit of your dreams? Goals take work, even with the cosmic forces behind you, right? God helps those who help themselves. That's what I always like to say. You will still face challenges on your soul's path, no matter how aligned you are with spirit. And spirit can be God, source, universe, or whomever for you. Reindeer medicine has come into this spread to tell you not to give up. The challenges you're facing now teach you how to be stronger and more resourceful, and to find ways to face your fears rather than running from them. Stay the course, for you are on the path towards success. You may not see it now with harsh conditions in your way, but you're so close to what you seek. Another thing I remembered about this card too, now that I just read that, was that they travel, right? They're nomadic, I guess, right? Like they travel in the harshest of weathers for each season. So they do stay the course because they know that they need to get somewhere. And I guess this is Spirit's way of saying you're very close to what it is that you seek. Okay, so let's just keep this in mind. What responsibilities are you willing to endure in the pursuit of your dreams? And whether you're facing challenge right now or if this is something that's going to come up for you, It's going to make you stronger and more resourceful and help you to overcome your fears. So, what is the lesson? Well, that is the lesson. Don't give up. Be willing to put in the hard work for whatever it is in your life, in any area, whatever it is that you want to go after. Okay? You do not give up. But for those of you who may be facing challenges right now in the present moment, they're saying you're close. Okay? They're saying you're close, so do not give up. Do not give up. All right? I want to say do not give up in the 11th hour, okay? You're so close. We have the Knight of Candles. The Knight of Wands, I love that he came out. Take on that energy, okay? Take on that energy, because the Knight of Wands is like adventurous and impulsive and excited and passionate, enthusiastic, all of those things. The most important thing is the Knight of Wands takes inspired action. He goes after what it is that he wants, and he does not give up. Okay, so love that that card came out as confirmation. And you see how the lesson is don't give up. The blessing is you're almost there. You're almost to your goal. You're almost to the abundance, whatever it's going to be, right? That's the blessing, is knowing that. Okay, what else do they have here? The Queen of Cups. Yeah, don't give up. You may get frustrated. Things may not be going as planned. You may not feel like you're close to the end goal here. But the important thing is, don't give up on yourself. Don't start beating yourself up. Take on the Queen of Cups energy, right? Be kind to yourself. Be caring. Be compassionate towards yourself. Show yourself love. Take care of yourself. This could be really hard work. Don't allow yourself to get burned out, okay? You know, if you need to take a little time out here and there, then that's what you need to do. And do not feel guilty for doing that. Everyone needs to take care of themselves emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So keep that in mind as you're trudging through here, okay? Let's get another card and see what else we have. I'm loving this. I'm so happy that I decided to do it, because it's such a busy time in December, and as you know, I've doubled up the readings on the days, just, not so much on the weekends, because I know people are out and about, different Christmas party, holiday parties, family get-togethers, all of that sort of thing. And so I hadn't planned it. And then I was just like, no, I need to do this. Okay, so we have here the Seven of Wands. Your dreams, your goals, collective, cannot be taken from you. They are yours. Okay? Do not allow roadblocks, disappointment, other people to come in and tell you to quit, tell you that what you're doing isn't worth it. Any negative Nancys or Normans that want to come in and try to make you feel like you can't succeed, you just need to ignore that. Okay? You are close to what it is that you want to achieve. And like I said, if you haven't started yet, this is going to come up to you. This message still applies. Nobody can steal your dreams for yourself, your goals. They are yours and yours alone. If they want to offer support and good advice and even constructive criticism, hey, you can allow that, right? But you do not deal with the negativity. Nobody is allowed to come in and steal your dreams. You have put too much work in. You have spirit behind you. You're not going to deal with the thief, what I'm calling the thief in the night. Okay, love that message. Wow, wow, wow. All right, what needs to die off so you can live? When you think of what needs to die off, I think of it as as the solstice, right? As this winter solstice, this Yule celebration where, the darkness, we can think of it as the shadow, the things you don't like, the negativity in your life. Yeah, it needs to die off so that you can live. How do we live? How do plants grow? With the sun. And that sun is going to be out longer and longer each day. So I love this. This is a beautiful spread. I wish I could remember the name of the lady, but bravo to you. I love it, right? But let's get the cards. So what needs to die off so you can live? And we have ringing the bells. And I'm going to read from the book for that as well, as you know. Oh, shoot. Did I read back here? I don't think I did. I'm just going to read this one to you because I didn't. Journey into the depths of your soul, an awakening of sights revealed. It is time for no time at all, for all is presently here. Okay, I wanted you to, it's beautiful. The poetry on the cards is beautiful, just not my strong suit. Okay, now let's look at ringing the bells. Ring thy bell to cast them out. Ring thy bell and dance about. Swirl the sounds amidst the winds, nowhere to hide, for all will ring. All right, let me go to the book for ringing the bells. Okay. It says bells and Yule go hand in hand. I want it to read that. They're used to create music. But what I want to read is the second page over here. There may be something distressing in your life and you are being called to banish it. It could be a person or an object or even a place. What comes to mind first that is bothering you will be the cause. Perhaps you're holding on to something from a past relationship that makes you sad. Or it could be a friend who, despite how much you love them, brings you down a little when they're around. It may not seem like a big deal, but your energy takes a hit every time you're in the presence of low vibrational company. We call it like energy vampires, right? You are being guided to slowly and lovingly banish this person or thing from your life. If it's an object, it may be time to donate or recycle it. If it's a person, it could be as simple as spending less time with this person or explaining how you feel so that they may change. As you clear this energy from your life, your vibrations will rise and call more joy to you. It helps you to live in celebration. So let's get some cards for that now. I love that. I love that message because it is so true, right? We need to let go of, and it doesn't mean, look, when you hear these readings and everything seems to be, I'm so great at putting names to things, poly-positive. It's really not about that so much. Positivity, sure, but it's about just knowing we're still going to have ups and downs. We're still going to have negativity. Look, we're here on earth. It's dense. It's going to happen. We're here with other people. We all have our own personal personalities, agendas, whatever it may be. So, it's not like, oh, everything's just going to be perfect from here on out. No. But what you can do is take control of your own life in the sense of, you know what? If you've got something that just brings you down, or a place that you go that just brings you down, or a person in your life that just tends to, zap your energy, right? Drain you of your energy, then that brings you down. That diminishes your joy and excitement and vitality. And you really don't want that because you want joy and vitality in your life, right? And energy. Look, we have the Knight of Gifts, the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like what this is saying with the Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady. I love it. Whatever you do, whether you choose to take these things out of your life, it doesn't have to be a race. It doesn't mean that tomorrow you just, after hearing this message, you just, start texting and throwing things into the recycling bin and swearing off, I'm never going there again, okay? Slow and steady. You do it in a comfortable pace for you. You also take into consideration, and that's where I think responsibility, because the Knight of Pentacles is also responsible. To be responsible in the way that you go about doing this. I'm just going up here. I know this was from the question before, or the topic before, but use Queen of Cups, right? Be caring, nurturing, kind, and compassionate if you are making the choice to speak to the person about this, okay? Or even if you have to let go of whatever. If you're letting go of something too that means a lot to you, but it may mean a lot to you, but it also maybe brings sadness or disappointment or whatever feeling it may be. You know what? Be kind and caring and compassionate to yourself if you have to let that go. Okay? Let's get another card here. The Chariot. Well, I said slow and steady, and then in comes Santa, the elves and the reindeer on the chariot saying, you know what, let's go. But the chariot here has many meanings. In this in particular, usually like when I get the chariot, I'm like, all right, let's go. It's time to move, right? But here's another thing. It has 7 and the chariot. 7 is about choices and growing and nurturing, okay? It's also about being wise, having wisdom, making wise choices, all right? And choices where there will be growth in the end. So I want to say it's about making the kind, compassionate, caring choices, not just for yourself, you're going to make those for yourself, but you're going to do it in that exact same way if you're dealing with other people, okay? So I love that message coming in there for you. It's perfect. Now let's get another here. Oh, that card just came out and went across. It is, look at this. The 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is celebration. The 4 of Wands is happiness. Okay? One other thing I forgot to say, and they just popped this back in. The Chariot is represented by Cancer, and Cancer is the ruler of the 4th house. And the 4th house is all about your home, your family, nurturing yourself and others, okay? And it's about feeling emotionally calm and feeling secure. So for some of you, this could have to do with family. And then we come to the 4 of Wands, which is celebration. And what made me think of it was family. I thought of family here, right? You know, you're together with the people, the person that you love. You know, you're celebrating. Everything's going good. Everything is equal and balanced. Things couldn't be happier. And I feel that what they're saying here, in order for you to live, to have that joy and energy and positivity even in your life, that old negativity needs to die off, okay? Because you live with joy and positivity and energy. Okay. Last one, how to bring the sun back in. Okay. Well, we kind of were talking about that a little bit, but it is still its own topic here. And look, we have gatherings. Look, you guys, awesome. Gatherings, glasses. It is gather, festive witches, speak of joy and drink to wishes. Take one, give two, celebrating all blisses. Okay. Well, that one there is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm still going in because what they write in the book too is also beautiful and powerful. So, for our ancestors, every day became a celebration of life, right? Because it, you know, back in the day, like way back, you know, it was survival of the fittest. So if you woke up the next day, you were happy you woke up the next day, especially if there was some sort of disease running rampant or war going on, and I'm talking way, way back, like, you know, 1800s and before. But it said, for our ancestors, every day became a celebration of life. We have lost the drive for survival in this way. Today, social media and the hustle are our main priorities. So much so that it's easy to forget the joy of festivity and celebrate how precious life is. Times may be different than for our ancestors, but that doesn't mean that they aren't hard for us too. Lean on your community for support. They are there to lift your spirits when you're down, to celebrate your wins, and to love you just because you exist. So spend time with your community, with your friends, with your family, right? That will bring the happiness, the joy, the energy back into your life. You know, sometimes you need to have a shoulder to lean on or a few shoulders to lean on. Sometimes you need people to celebrate. I love the way it said it, the successes in your life, or just the happy moments or times, or the really big moments and the small ones. Okay, so if you want to have the sun shining down on you, right, and really illuminating things, gatherings, be with people, love it. You're not alone here. You're not alone, and things can be good for you, but not when you're in this feeling of lack. Look, these two people are so down and out, they don't even realize if they just walked around the corner that way, or maybe the other way, that there would be a door that would take them into this warm, well-lit church, okay? Or building. I think it's a church with the stained glass windows. That's what it reminds me of, where there's probably someone in there that could give them a hot snack, a hot drink, a hot meal. But they're in such a state of lack and feeling bad about themselves that they can't even bring themselves to turn the corner and go in. That's when you call on your people, your family, your friends, your community. If it's at work, maybe a coworker, right? To help you move through it. Love that. Love that message. Let's get another. This is really turning out to be a beautiful reading for you, collective. The Hierophant. Well, with the Hierophant, I just want to say there's always something to learn. I often think, as you know me, over and over, you'll hear me say, I always think of the Hierophant as the teacher and the student. Look, there's Santa sitting up, and the little elves are sitting up and listening to every word because Santa has something important to say. Okay? And maybe that's how we need to view getting together with people is, you know, when you get together with your community, you learn, you share. You share what you've learned. They share what they've learned. Okay? You learn new things. Have you ever just been out like to a dinner, or even think like this is a good way to think of it at work when you have like a team meeting and, you know, your boss, your supervisor, your leader is there, and they ask questions and everybody starts putting their input in, and you're like, oh, I didn't even think of it like that before. I mean, this can happen in any area, right? But I feel like that lights you up. That keeps you enthusiastic and passionate about your life, learning new things, being around people that you can learn from and that inspire you. You need to spend more time with those people, okay? Or person. It could be a person. Now, let's get one last card here before we go. So how can you bring that sun back in? One last card. The Hanged Man. And can we just talk about, I probably have said it in other readings, but just how nice my Christmas decks are. Really love them. I don't have as many as the Halloween decks, but nonetheless, I mean, just fantastic. Okay, but with the Hanged Man, it may be a time for you too for a little bit of self-reflection. Okay? And you can do that in Hanged Man position, because Hanged Man position is where you just suspend things, stop things for a moment, so that you can maybe look at your life and realize that you're not really in a state of lack. You're just missing the people. You've maybe spent too much time by yourself, okay? And you need your people. You need your peeps here, okay? And maybe you need to just take a breath, take a moment, look at things from a 360, not just a 90, not just a 180, right? And you see, things aren't as bad as I think they are. I just may need a little support. I just may need a shoulder to lean on. I just may need some fun and festivity. Okay, that is your collective reading for Yule, the winter solstice, okay? I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that there was some insight here for you, that it resonated in some way, whether it was one of the cards, all of the cards. You know what? Spirit will bring you messages in crazy, indirect, unexpected ways. So maybe for somebody, this reading is just that for you. So once again, I just want to, if you celebrate Christmas, which, is upon us, Merry Christmas. If you don't, I know there are other celebrations that are going on this time of year for different religions or even non-religious celebrations. I wish you all the best for them. And we have the new year coming up. So also have a wonderful, happy new year. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in some of my other readings.